Hey everyone, it's Deanna, and I am here with the second layout in my simple stamping series. This layout is just going to be another simple layout where I'm showcasing some stamping. I have a ton of stamps, and so I'm trying to find more ways to use them, and so I figured doing a series was a good way. So I have these little die cuts here that I really wanted to turn orange, not just have black and white. I'm going to be doing another monochromatic layout here, and this one's going to be orange. And so I'm just taking my watercolors, and these are the Artist Loft ones from Michaels that I've had for I don't know how many years. And I'm just giving them a good wash over with orange. And I'm trying to, darken the edges a little bit. Because this isn't watercolor paper, it's just kind of soaking into the paper, but in the end it looks really good. And I'm going to use one of these frames. It's an Amy Tangerine frame. They have like a gold outline, and I'm just going to try to see which one looks good. Basically, I'm doing a layout of a photo where Brian had sent me a picture of Molly and Runa. Runa's my cat, Molly's my dog. And Runa was kind of taking over Molly's space. And so Brian said, trespasser. And I thought it was really cute. So I'm just scrapbooking that. It's so typical too. Like, it's so funny how dogs can be so, like, I don't know if they're afraid of cats or they're just like, wow, I don't want to lay with you, cat. So they just like get up and leave. And this happens to Molly all the time. A lot of times though, they do snuggle. They're not like, they don't hate each other or anything. So, and I do zoom out here pretty quick. What I'm going to be doing with the stamping in this layout is I'm going to be just basically using it as a frame around the matting. And so I pick a bunch of different phrases that work with the layout and use them to frame the mat. So, and I wasn't sure either, like, I didn't have a plan for this layout. I didn't know if it was going to be a messy layout or like a grid layout, but it does end up being just like a nice grid layout. And so here's where I picked a bunch of stamps, and I hope that you're able to see this as I get going. And I'm going to be using just an orange ink and a bunch of different stamps. Now, most of these stamps are going to be from the Ali Edwards story kits or from like a Scraptastic Kit Club stamp. There might be some others. I do have them all written down. If you're curious, about a certain stamp, just let me know and I will let you know where I got it from. And so this just takes a little bit of time where I go through and I just, picked anything that would go around like something that, is not too big, not too bulky, just something thin. Phrases that, work with the layout. Different shapes that would work. I think the only shapes I ended up using were hearts and then the one stamp set has arrows that go next to it. And then there's one other one that has some like little triangle or arrow shapes. What do you call those shapes? I'm not even sure. All right, so the stamping says, like the top one is, this was such a good idea. There's one that says struggle, one that says story of a challenging time, life goes on, click, click, sigh. And then this one is when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. And I do duplicate these stamps as I go around, just trying to make them fit. And I think in the end, you'll see when I get to this last part, I have to make sure that, it's going to fit. So I do this last stamp and then I have to try to measure it out and make sure that whatever stamps I pick fit in there. So I play with that a little bit. I'm trying to see if I can get 3 stamps to fit. And I think I do end up getting 3, but they're different stamps than I had there. Okay, so now I can actually fit that stamp that says UGG in there. So this is just kind of a simple way to use stamping just to get a bunch of your stamps on a page. And, you know, it doesn't like take over the layout, but it gives it a little bit of detail. And I'm going to be backing it with this gray triangle paper, which is from Pebbles, the Everyday Brush Strokes, and it's the B side of that paper. And then that orange paper with the circles was actually a basic gray paper from Fresh Cut. And those die cuts that I used with the watercolors earlier, those were from, let's see, Kaisercraft, the My Year, My Stories collectibles. And then that sticker is actually from Basic Gray Fresh Cut sticker sheet. So there's that sticker sheet. And it just says, love this picture. So there's a lot of love this going on that layout. And I didn't really do an actual title. So when I was looking at this layout later, I was like, I wonder what I plan the title to be. So I just called it Love This, since that seemed to be the biggest title on the page. And then that black piece of paper, that die cut there, says life is always better with a smile. And that is also from the Kaisercraft pack of die cuts. So, and then I'm just going to use this washi tape here that says smile. And the last thing that I do on the layout is add some enamel dots, and of course I'm going to do that in orange. And that basically is it for this layout. So I hope you're enjoying this series. Just the simple stamping with the simple layouts, I think helps really just give you some ideas of what you can do on a page with your stamps. So thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I will catch you next time.